Hey, happy Monday. Yeah, we're starting a little late. One of our panelists had a little bit of audio challenges, so he dropped out and he's going to try to join us again. There was a massive echo, so apologize about that. We'll see if we can overcome a little bit of technical difficulties. If not, I'll cover for Peter's picks, and we'll get on the show. But to start something a little bit different, I'm going to bring everyone in right away for all of our guests, and glad everyone's joining us tonight. Hopefully, you have Monday Night Football in the background, or us on the background. I'm watching Monday Night Football. Who knows, right? So we got Alberto, Mr. Rutan, and Michael. Hey, how you doing, gentlemen?
Hey. Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. And Peter will try to jump back on, so I'll add him and see if we get a little bit of echo. So you guys have a good weekend?
Uneventful, which I guess is a good weekend.
Nothing exciting?
No.
Not even the Rutan household?
No.
Anything?
I trying to get outside and enjoy what's left of the summer. So
yeah.
A little bit.
Where are you at, Sean?
Ohio, Cleveland.
Oh yeah, your summer's not to shit. Alberto's in California. He's got a little bit of time. What about you, Michael?
I'm in New York. So last week was incredibly hot. This week is 70s and raining, I think, all week. And who knows after that.
Gotcha. Well, I'm in Oklahoma. We got a little bit left. This weekend, I did something I haven't done in a half a decade. A friend convinced me to join a bowling league. So you've got to be a finely tuned athletic machine. That's a quote from Kingpin in order to be a solid bowler. So I don't know, man.
One of the only sports where you can drink beer while doing it.
I tell you, my nacho game is off, so I have to get back there. But okay, well, let's go ahead and jump right. Oh, before I do, anything from you guys on the art front? Any Captain America pickups? Anything that you guys knocked out at auction?
I have.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Michael.
I just got the FedEx alert like 2 hours ago, the tracking number, and the recent Heritage Archie auction. I got a Hostess ad, Josie and the Pussycats Hostess ad, and I've wanted a Hostess ad for a long time. So that's a big, check mark.
Is it a Twinkie or a cupcake?
A cupcake.
Okay, that's solid. That's solid. By you, Alberto?
Nothing major from my side that I haven't posted already. Just the daily Hembeck sketch cards that seem to be coming every day that I spend way too much money on.
You're crushing the market. I think you should make an Alberto Hembeck or sketch card next, and I will bid on that. I want to see with knees. So, and Sean, any color guides?
No color guides. Anytime recently, I pick up that on Deal or No Deal. I picked up that Arthur Adams sketchbook. I've been wanting that book for a while, but then when I saw the one with the sketchbook with Colossus, my favorite X-Man, I'm like, let's do this.
That's awesome.
My most recent.
All right, well, we'll jump into it. You guys, I know have a couple of regulars on the show, and Sean's new, but I know he watched it. So this represents the sketchbook for August. We are 8 months into this thing. 4 more to go. I didn't realize, kind of the nature of the beast. I did commit for a year. But man, a year is a long time. But we're having fun. So Bill, I think he picked this one to represent the thumbnail on YouTube just for clicks. By the way, no one subscribed because we're so close to 5K that we need to make sure Bill hits 5K on his own show. So you can like all you want, but we need no subscribers today.
It's a rare YouTube video where don't subscribe.
Don't subscribe for the. You know what? If you're subscribed, might as well unsubscribe to be safe. I'm just kidding. All right.
Is that the Creep Show painting?
Yeah,
that was in my backup list. Yeah, that was a good one. It was a good choice.
Yeah. Oh, I liked it. We're gonna try Peter and see if we fix Peter's audio issues real quick. Hey, Peter.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry about the issues.
Nah, I think it's worse. Sorry, bud. We're gonna put you on mute, but we'll let you talk individually as we go. So All right. Well, let's jump right into the sketch show. So let's go over the rules real quick, just to make sure our audience and you guys know. So for August, it was movies and TV related. You guys did real good. We have 195 entries. I think Roland Shepard was 194 entries. But that being said, there was a lot of artwork posted, a lot of good stuff. So I appreciate you guys participating. And that way we have a big selection to choose from. What was nice for this one is everyone picked their 4 picks and no one overlapped. So, everyone got their 4 main picks and didn't have to change it up. But there's going to be 4 rounds. Each panelist picked 4, and there'll be audience voting. Now, to access the voting app, as before, you can either go to slido.com and put in the number, or you can just use that QR code and it'll take you straight to Slido. In addition to the voting, we will have our 5-question quiz at the end for a shirt. NSN won the shirt last time. I told Bill to make sure to connect, but we'll make sure. I think he got the shirt. I know. I think Rick W got the shirt before. So there's going to be a little 5-question quiz. Again, we're playing around with that format. Do something larger in the future for you guys. Just want to make sure that we're testing it on these shows. And then after the end of the 4 rounds, the 4 winners of each round go to the final round, and the winner of the show gets put into the best of CAF for a Thor trophy and an acceptance speech and all kinds of bells and whistles, right? You'll be treated as VIP royalty at the next OAX. You'll red carpet entrance, and that's it. That's all we can afford. So, all right, without ado, make sure everyone jumps onto the app, and we will get started. Round 1. So I'm going to mute everyone except for Peter because we're going to do this. No. All right, Peter, we'll let you talk about round 1. Go for it, sir. Oh, we can't hear you. You're very, very soft. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about Peter's picks. No, he got some good ones. He picked some good ones. So just nod along, give me thumbs up, give me thumbs down. We'll try to go from here. But first of all, who isn't a Trekkie? I'm not, but I do like Star Trek. Go more towards Star Wars, but I mean, this is a gorgeous piece. The inking on there is phenomenal. The imagery is phenomenal. You've got, Captain Kirk, you've got Han Solo, and you've got the Enterprise. I know it's Spock. And so just a beautiful piece. It's something that did stand out to me when I saw it. And I thought Peter made a great selection with this one. Anyone else a Trekkie on our audience?
I am, very much so.
Are you now?
Oh yeah, I'm a hardcore Star Trek fan, and this is it's not my pick, but nevertheless, I have to agree it is a beautiful, beautiful pick. Great likeness, Kerry Gamble, one of those artists that you wish had done more. Did a lot of great Superman issues back in the late '80s, but this is a really nice one. I had looked at this one too.
What's interesting is you pick mostly Star Wars pieces.
I'm a Star Wars guy too. I love them both.
No allegiance to one over the other.
I just like quality entertainment.
Okay, with blue aliens.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Next, we've got Sean. Sean, it was interesting on your picks. I know you're a process guy. I know you like prelims and color guides and all that. So I wasn't surprised to see this one. I'm glad you picked it though, because it changes things up. So tell us about
Alex Toth. First of all, I can't believe how cheap these are available still in the market. They're little mini masterpieces every time you see them. I don't know how he can jam so much detail in such a tiny space. They have a cinematic quality to them, obviously, because that's what they're intended to do. And he does a probably better job than anybody in history. This is actually of the four, is my favorite of the four. I love this one to no end. Has a little bit of a flesher vibe to the Superman action too. It reminds me of the old whatever episode that was where he's got the comet coming down and he punches it back out of orbit. That was cool, and it kind of has that same feel to it. Yeah, I absolutely love this. Everything about it. Plus, as a kid, it was a bonus every time I could see the Flash in anything, because in the 70s and 80s, seeing the Flash was pretty rare, except for that live action variety show in the late 70s that gave me nightmares. So Toth good, variety show bad. I love this piece. It's great.
It's awesome. He said you can get them pretty cheap too, so maybe about a half a hembeck nowadays.
I don't even know for sure what they're worth. I want to say between $400 and $800, depending on the content. Which, again, for something that's 50 years old with this much detail from a comic legend, I think they're a steal every time you can find them.
That's awesome. So about a future hembeck. Gotcha. All right. So let's see. Next, I mean, Alberto, talk about a ringer, right?
I mean, if we're going to start with something, I figured, Bernie and Frankenstein doesn't get much better than that. To me, Frankenstein I'm a big movie buff, and to me, that was kind of the beginning of the horror movies, one of the first ones I know. And yeah, drawn by Bernie, not much else to say, I think.
Yeah, my first introduction to Frankenstein was Mel Brooks. Believe it or not. So I still remember in the Young Frankenstein, the little girl, on the flower scene where she's singing. I know, the little flower song by heart because I was so young, and I thought, anyway. So no, it's a gorgeous piece. It's Bernie Wright's association with Frankenstein and comics is legendary. So it's.
I thought you were going to sing for us, James, once you started that.
No, that's the late night show. You need a special membership for that one. So, all right. What do you think, Peter? No, you're muted, bud. I was just going to ask for a thumbs up or thumbs down. There you go. Peter likes it, guys. Peter likes it. Sorry, but all right. And then, Michael, I thought this was an album cover. What's going on here?
It's a TV guide homage. I mean, I think Robert Hack was the artist, and who he also posted it. It was used as a variant cover for Red Sonja and Vampirella Meet Betty and Veronica. And I think if you're above a certain age and you watched TV in the 20th century and early 21st century, it's a good chance you read TV Guide. And for me, it would come in the mail every Thursday, and I'd read it cover to cover. Sort of from a bygone era, but Hack captured the essence of it perfectly. Each of the TV show descriptions relate to either an Archie comic or a Dynamite comic. And, the art, I think, is just beautiful. So I really thought, for a TV theme, this can't get much better than this.
Yeah. And do you have any idea when this one came out? It's not old. It's recent.
No,
right?
The comic is recent. I think it 2018 or somewhere thereabouts. But the probably shouldn't be saying this, but the date that he put at the top just coincidentally is my birthday.
Oh, hey, that's in 10 days. Wait, is that the 2nd? The 21st. That's the 21st.
Yep.
Everyone remember to wish Michael a happy birthday on the 21st. Okay.
Where's Nick Barucci tonight? I think this is the idea that the next crossover he should do from Dynamite. Red Sonja, Vampirella, Betty, and Veronica all in one.
Yeah,
that's what it was. They actually did it.
There was another piece that I almost picked as a host pick. It was it Archie versus Predator? I was like, and Robert Hack did that too. And then I saw Robert Hack post a couple, and one of them was Blade Runner. And again, it was recent, but it looked very aged. He's really good at making stuff look old. from what I've seen. So nope, drink it Sprite. Oh, well, we just got monetized, right? So that was the Dr. Zevia. Okay. Dude, do we get to the first round already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we've got Peter with Star Trek, Alex Toth with storyboard, Frankenstein, and Betty and Veronica. So guys, jump on Slido.com. Looks like there's 48 of us. So I want to get at least 15 people logged in. And what's cool is once you log in, you can stay logged in for the entire vote, and you can stay logged in for the quiz at the end, or the quiz show. So let's see, we've got 12. And by the way, audience members, including Peter, you're more than welcome to log in and vote for yourself. What you can't do is at the end, you can't do the quiz because you'll have a timing advantage. But for the rounds, you're more than welcome to vote for anyone or vote for yourself and go from there. So any comments, anything? I mean, Bernie writes in Frankenstein. Yeah. But that Star Trek piece is gorgeous. Any comments, guys? Anything to sway the audience to your side?
I'm just counting on enough Star Wars people that hate Star Trek to hopefully push Star Trek down.
Let the hate flow through you. Alberto's full dark side. 24 people. I'd like to ask for one more. Out of 46, 25.
If you read TV Guide, you got to vote the
Yep.
TV Guide cover.
All right. You ready? You guys ready to call it? Peter, thumbs up, thumbs down. Ready to switch? All right. Oh, Frankenstein. No votes changed. We're calling it right there. 33%.
So close.
That TV Guide. You can't switch your vote.
He already called it. It's too late. I win.
Frankenstein won. All right.
Demanding an audit.
Well, that's. Oh, yeah, we're already at round 2. We couldn't have a sketch show without a MODOK. To the point where I think in future sketch shows, if there's no MODOK, then we're going to have to find a way to insert a MODOK into the sketch show.
I think there needs to be just an all MODOK show at some point.
When the audience picks the theme, no, I don't want an all MODOK theme. Hey, we've got robots and cyborgs for this month. He's kind of cybernetic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Kazra, reaches out and tries to pull an audience or figure out or get something in there. But Peter, in 10 seconds of silent speaking, why did you pick this piece? Oh, your words move me. No, it's gorgeous, right? It's hilarious. Pantomime, dude. Pantomime. I know. Look at that. Look at that emotion, guys. If that emotion doesn't sway you from Peter, I don't know what will. But, he's looking at the leg. He's being seduced. I mean, the art itself. I just can imagine Kazra going to these artists and asking for these. And the artists, they put legitimate work into his themes. So good piece. All right. Sean.
Had to throw an animation one in here. Again, as a kid in the 70s and 80s, there are certain things that stand out from the Warner Brothers cartoons. And this is a specific episode. And a lot of the stuff that I learned about, my parents and even my grandparents' generation was from Looney Tunes. A lot of the actors and stuff from the 30s and 40s make guest appearances. And it was really cool to see the appearance of Sherlock Holmes and Daffy here. So it spoke to me. I immediately liked it. And it's nice to see, a little something different from the art world. I can see this on somebody's wall, kind of as a nice statement conversation piece. So I thought it was super cool.
Well, that explains why you like excessive violence.
Indeed. Yeah, yes, for sure.
Now, do you have any animation cells personally, or anyone else have any animation cells they collect?
I do, yes.
I do not.
All right. What source material do you have your animation cells from?
I've got I'm looking at 3 from Amazing Friends. I got a Spidey cell with a painted Danger Room computer in the background, and I got 2 from X-Men Adventure, first Colossus. Actually, I take it back. The Storm is from the first the origin of Firestar. So first appearance of Storm in a cartoon, and first appearance of Colossus in a cartoon. So
oh wow,
yeah, I dig
like
it.
Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends back then.
Yeah, I love that show. Yeah, and it was early. You're right. It was early for those characters, so that was another cool bonus. It's actually the first time I saw Colossus, and that's why I like him so much. He was super cool. Wish I would have showed more.
I think that cartoon episode was the first exposure for a lot of people, in our age range to the X-Men.
100%. Both episodes. Yep.
Yeah. I was disappointed when I saw, though, in the comic that Thunderbird didn't actually transform into an
yeah, they kind of missed on that one. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
All right. Okay, there you go. So we got Daffy. You want to do any impressions of Daffy before we move on? That might get you some votes.
Man, I'll have to work on that mentally. I'll see if I can do it at the end.
Fair enough.
For some votes.
All right, we've got Alberto, Darth Maul. There's a lot of Star Wars, man. There's a lot of Star Wars to pick from. Joe Jusko's paintings are gorgeous. What drew you to this one?
Yeah, I think I have a love-hate relationship with Jusko art. I feel like some of the pieces just don't quite look right to me. And when I saw this one, just a thumbnail, I wouldn't have guessed that it was actually him. And then I clicked it, and the image just shows great detail, great color, and I think just the Darth Maul image is amazing. My son right now is big into Star Wars, and we actually watched that trilogy, episodes 1, 2, and 3 over the weekend, and he wants lightsabers for his birthday. So we're pretty much in the Star Wars mode now, and this piece just called out to me.
Yeah, I mean, once you start collecting Star Wars for your kiddos, there goes half your art budget.
Yep. Those lightsabers, they actually have dueling lightsabers, and those things are expensive.
Yeah, and they cause pain, man. They cause pain.
Hembeck cards. Yeah, that's at least 6 Hembeck cards I have to pass on.
All right. Hey, real quick question. Sean, we got this question from Timothy. Just curious on the animation cells.
Yes. Yes. So the main thing is you have to have an air gap. You have to have a little bit of a space between the cell and the background, even if the background is just blank. And actually, they did not do that with the Storm cell years ago. So on the Storm cell, I've got the original animation drawing, the pencil drawing behind the cell, and they left them fused together in a portfolio for 25, 30 years. So pulling that apart, it had to be a professional restoration service. I can't do it without damaging it. So I left it. But the Colossus and the Spider-Man they're fine. So as long as you have a gap between them. So essentially the easiest way to do it is when you do the matting, you have to have, you have the background, then you have a mat, and then you have the cell, then you have another mat. So it floats in between and they never touch. That's probably the easiest way to do it. In fact, putting it in a portfolio can do damage too, because you got all that weight sitting on them, and that could be an issue as well. So keep them dry, keep them from being in hot or cold extremes, and keep that air gap, and usually you're doing okay.
Wanted to do a little graphic, and now you know. Appreciate that, Sean.
Sure.
All right, what do we got now? We've got another Star Wars, but this one's a little bit more classic. Michael, what do we got?
Yeah, I mean, this is a page from Star Wars number 37, which came out in April of 1980. It's Carmine Infantino is the artist. I'm not sure, so I think that may be.
Oh yeah, that's my bad.
No problem. So yeah, I mean, it's the legendary Carmine Infantino, one of the architects of DC's Silver Age, who then went on to be the publisher, and then after that came to Marvel, where he did Star Wars. And the link between Star Wars and comics, it's the perfect symbiosis between movies, TV, and comics. I mean, because here we have a comic book that is based on a movie, but in turn was, I think for a lot of people, certainly myself, was the gateway drug into the wider world of comics. I mean, in the late 70s, early 1980s, if you wanted Star Wars content, there really wasn't much available aside from the Marvel comic book. So, to me, a page like this really brings home that important link. And the action here, this is Vader versus Luke before anyone saw it in Empire Strikes Back. That being said, they did in the issue reveal it wasn't actually Vader, but this was sort of an early taste, I guess, for the fans. I didn't think Lucas would permit their first real encounter, so to speak, to be in the comic, but the action's just fantastic.
It's awesome. First of all, see, Billbot, I'll highlight this. Don't subscribe. Ignore Billbot. We want to save that honor for Bill himself. So don't subscribe, but you can like. So outside of Star Wars, I mean, maybe Transformers. Is there any other comic book property that has really dominated the space? I guess the Hasbro G.I. Joe Transformers, right?
I mean, in the 1980s, G.I. Joe and Transformers were, totally, I think, gateway drugs that kids bought because they were into the cartoons or the toys. I mean, my early comic book, the first few comics that my brother and I collected, it was Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe.
I heard about the 80s and all the drugs, man. Must have been a time to live, Michael.
Well, I missed out on that. I mean, if I was doing drugs as a 7-year-old, I don't know if I'd be here today.
You were in New York.
True.
So, all right. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, that's the end of round 2. All right. Any comments you guys got? Anything you want to do to sway your audience? You working on that impression, Sean?
I can't do it, man.
Okay, all right.
Can't do it. This lives forever.
Oh, no one remembers anything on YouTube. Peter, you want to get a little emotional? You want to mime your pick? You're on a wall. Oh, lightsaber. Peter wants to go with Star Wars. What about you, Alberto?
No, I'm going to pass on my Yoda impersonation or any sort of Star Wars related impersonation.
Look at this, Peter, type, and I'll highlight all your comments. You get preferential treatment. So, actually, why am I at the top? I'll put here. There you go. No one wants to see my face. The Slido questions are really building up. What does that mean?
Are there questions?
I think on the phone there's a tab for Q&A.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I can't do everything. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ask him in the chat. I don't want to see what John C. wrote in the Slido questions. All right, we got 25. Count us down, Peter, from 5. One. And the winner is, I'm going to say MODOK. Let's see. Oh.
Panel page.
Oh, Luke and Darth. There you go. Man, it is a classic, man. It is a classic. So we got a Bernie Wrightson. Now we have a Carmine Infantino, and Mike, how do you pronounce it?
Infantino is how everybody's heard it.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm going to follow your lead. If it's wrong in the audience, it's Michael.
Blame me.
Yep.
I support you, Michael. High five.
All right. 2 more rounds. Round 3.
It's Josh Brolin.
All right. Listen, I'm going to take Peter. I know you can't talk. I thought this one was absolutely stunning when I was putting the picks together. 2001 Space Odyssey, Nick Runge, whatever his name is. Anyone know? But come on. I mean, the piece is just gorgeous. I don't know if it was published. I don't know if it was a commission. If that's a commission, that's someone putting a ton of work into a commission piece. The colors, the shine. So, yeah, runes worthy, absolutely. So I'm getting some bias in this round showing right now, but I thought this piece was gorgeous. So there you go. Oh, Incredible skill and detail, Peter says, with acrylics. It almost looks digital for how clean and sharp the colors are.
It has a little bit of an airbrush vibe to it too. It's done well.
Thank you, Dave. Rungi. Well, I'll have to look them up. Monkey. No, Rungi. No. Oh, no, there's monkeys in it. Okay. So I thought gorgeous piece. So we'll jump on it. Alberto. And you were bringing it, buddy. This piece is gorgeous as well.
I think that's Sean. Not Sean, not me.
Oh, yeah, your pieces were terrible, Alberto. All right, Sean.
I had to throw a painting in. I'm trying to mix my genres a little bit here. I'm not familiar with Daniel Govar, and I hope I'm not butchering his name. I am now though. I love this piece. I love the background work. I love obviously Ghost Rider, and this is the Old West style Ghost Rider. Very striking character in comic history, and he captured it just perfectly. It's awesome. It's one of the coolest paintings I've ever seen. So as soon as I saw it, I liked the Toth most of all, but this was the first one that I saw when I'm going through my selection, trying to pick what I'm going to go with. It jumped off the screen. I had to grab it. So I think it's a great piece. I don't even know how large it is, but I can just imagine it over someone's fireplace mantle. You got the real fire, and you got the painted fire. It's very aesthetically striking. I think it's great.
Yeah, when you posted it, I thought it was gorgeous. And I actually looked up the artist on CAF, kind of see what else was out there. And one of the things that surprised me is there's like 480 entries under the artist. Like I've never heard of him either. Though I think McHale might have had a commission from him. I think it's Wolverine, but don't quote me on that one. But, of the 480, looking through everything that's posted on CAF, almost all of them are the same quality. So the guy really, really brings it in his commissions. So it's somebody.
Yeah, I would love that should equate eventually, in my opinion, to getting, published work, variant covers, things that I'd love to see talent rise to the top. As who said that? It was Ric Flair, right? The cream rise. No, that was Macho Man. My bad.
He goes, woo!
Yeah, it was Macho Man said that. Cream always rises.
There you go. It's not Daffy, but we'll take it. Low AX artist. Yeah, let's work on that, Bill. CAF update show on Thursday. So maybe he will be an OAX.
That'll be cool.
See, you're prognosticating, Peter. You're prognosticating. All right. So gorgeous piece. Nice pick, Sean. And then, see, Alberto, this surprised me. And I appreciate this surprise because, Audrey Hepburn, elegant, simple beauty, and it kind of captured it with your pick. So
I aim to surprise you, James. And no, ultimately, I didn't want all my picks to end up being superhero movies or Star Wars or Star Trek or anything that we're all kind of used to. And when I saw this page, even just a thumbnail kind of just drew me and just felt like it was so iconic, simple, yet I think the face is just incredible detail. And Audrey Hepburn, I don't know what else to say except this one just was movies to me. So
yeah, the eyes, man, you capture the eyes right, it makes the piece. Dude, I will look at during intermission, and then I will hate you all. That is a promise. So Audrey Hepburn. This is a question I should ask too. I mean, are you a fan of her movies? I mean, did you catch them? The Breakfast and Tiffany's and the other, or?
I personally am not. I know my parents were big movies, and they always like to watch them on TV, and I had no choice because back in the day there was only one TV and there was no phone. So what they wanted to watch was what the whole family watched, whether you liked it or not. So that was about my memory of Audrey Hepburn and those movies.
Okay. And then last one, it's a Star Wars piece.
Yay!
Yeah.
I thought this one was just tremendously fun, and once again, the bringing the movies and comic book theme together, because what do we have? We have the Star Wars characters in a tribute to the cover of Giant Size X-Men #1. So arguably the most important superhero comic book of the 1970s. And we have the biggest movie of the 1970s, brought together as one. The one thing I will say is I think that the new X-Men were bursting out of that cover in the 1970s did a lot better than the sequel trilogy characters bursting out here. I'm personally not a huge fan of the sequel trilogy, but I thought that this was just a really fun piece. And this is from Ronald Shepard's collection.
Hey, so Michael, what did you think of the second movie from the sequels?
Oh God. When that movie ended, I turned to my friend who was sitting next to me, who was a lifelong friend who we saw Empire Strikes Back together when we were like 5 years old. And I turned to him, and I won't use the profanity here, but I basically said, "What the was that?"
Yep. I know I could open up that question and make this show 2 hours long, but just curious, a Star Wars fan, what was your take on it? So I can agree wholeheartedly.
Everyone should watch Ahsoka though on Disney Plus if they're fans of Clone Wars or Rebels, which I'm a big fan of the two. It's been, I thought, pretty good. If you didn't watch Clone Wars or Rebels, I don't know quite how the audience is going to follow it, but it's worth checking out.
Quick tangent. Did you see the Hasbro Pulse Ghost toy they had on their Kickstarter?
No, I didn't.
Michael, it's their largest spaceship toy they've ever made.
Really?
It's the Ghost from
Rebels.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It ended about a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't pay too close attention to the toys because I feel if I end up going down that rabbit hole, then it's just a jump and a skip and a hop to bankruptcy court.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you're a lawyer. You can get yourself out of it. Okay.
I'll echo what Michael said, though. I think Clone Wars was great and definitely a great lead-in into Ahsoka, for sure. So,
Gotcha.
So Alberto and I are, we're being shills here for Disney Plus.
We're going to monetize this channel yet. Don't subscribe. All right. Voting for round 3. I will check out the questions. I may even answer them live if someone votes. Let me see. So you guys can vote for yourself. Any comments? Anything?
I think my parents are watching, and they're probably going to vote for Audrey Hepburn.
Oh, hi, Michael. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Isaac. Why am I so monotone? Why is there tech problems on the show? Why am I so soft? Please do learn to say Italian names. Man, audience is freaking brutal. James, how about head as a theme? Oh, good Lord. I read it before I read it. James, why aren't you under the bunk beds? I have to use a different computer and I have tons of technical issues. I think one of the themes of the show is technical issues. Will there be a pose off at OAX? Hey, one thing to note. So, I do a lot of lifting and I use the machine tonal at home, monetizing some more. But Alberto is a big lifter too, if you guys didn't know. And how long you been using or lifting, Alberto?
I had the machine for like 2 years.
And I will tell you some of the numbers he's putting up. I think next year Alberto's going to arm wrestle Fish because obviously I don't have the leverage there, and I think Alberto's going to take him.
Don't put the pressure on me. I don't want this to become a pay-per-view event at OAX. So.
Yeah, Alberto's betting a Hembet card. He can take Fish on next time. You heard it here. So, all right. Oh, arm wrestling challenge. Yeah, somebody even wrote that. Okay. 27. What do you think? Who do you think's going to win? What are you guys' votes? Peter, you think you're going to take this round? No? Yep. I've got a feeling. I'm going to click it. I got a feeling for some reason that Hepburn's going to do it because you guys surprised the hell out of me. Let's see. Gosh. Yep. This just means we have a classy audience, right?
3-way tie for second.
Yep. A classy audience. 27 votes too, man. 27 votes. That is a weird tie. All right. Audrey Hepburn. And this round 4. All right. We're going to, man, Peter, I hope you went around, dude, because you had some solid picks. This is a sketch card. So, what's card? 3x4? Is that what the sketch card is? Something like that. And I mean, from a detail perspective, from a color, to me, it looks like it'd be a full-blown commission. So, we've got the level, and the old Wonder Woman show was a little bit before my time. But if you ever, Google, Linda Carter and a lot of her old movie posters or Wonder Woman posters, I can see why the show is popular outside of the amazing acting and special effects. So she was a bombshell, right? And then, so there you go. Well done on such a sketch card. I thought it was really, really nice. And, Gal Gadot is an angel among us as far as beauty. So, carrying on that mantle, but just a gorgeous capture of both their characters done on a small 4x6 or whatever sketch card. I thought it was a great pick, Peter. Good job, man. All right. Keep it down.
Gorgeous piece. I know this one was one of my alternates as well, James. So I'm surprised that nobody else picked some of the pieces that I picked, but this was definitely one of my 1 or 2 alternates.
Ooh, I messed up the artist again. Okay. There's the artist. All right. Good call out, man. Good call out. Okay. So, Sean, we got another Supergirl movie storyboard, another process card.
Yeah, the first one was TV related, and the fact that it was used in the direction of a TV show, which is about as on the nose as you can get for a theme like this. And now this one is tied to, I believe, I can't remember the background on this Supergirl movie. I don't know if this is the Helen Slater or if this was for an animation series that never happened. I can't recall, and I apologize. Maybe someone else knows to fill in the gap here. But regardless, I've seen these in person, and they're always gorgeous. And again, Plug's one of those guys. I don't know if you've ever seen his storyboards from The Thing, for example, is another master of taking high detail and putting it in a small space. So I love seeing this behind the scenes stuff. Again, I think it's a perfect example of what this theme indicates. And again, it's kind of hard to go wrong when you got a guy like Plug. So follow up Ghost Rider with the creator of Ghost Rider, co-creator of Ghost Rider with his art. So I thought this was a nice finishing piece.
I think it is from the movie because I've seen other ones pop up from time to time that include the Peter O'Toole character.
Oh, yes.
So,
okay. There you go. And thanks for filling me in on that. Like I said, I wasn't quite sure. So it's good.
What Supergirl movie?
You don't want to know. It wasn't that good. I mean, I didn't think it was that good, but in the mid 80s.
Mid 80s? Oh, mid 80s superhero movies? I heard they were stellar.
84, probably.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I think 84.
But it had Peter O'Toole was in it. I mean, big name Academy Award nominated actor.
Who played Helen Slater? Is that who played Supergirl?
Yeah.
Okay.
She did a good job, I thought. It's just the story was kind of lacking.
Yep.
Pretty cheesy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, does that bring us to the end of round 4? We're making good time. Oh, no, Alberto, I almost cut you off. Oh, yeah, man. How can we skip this one? You got to talk like him during your entire presentation.
I'm from Spain, man. I cannot even pretend to try to talk like Clint Eastwood here. But yeah, I mean, when I first saw this piece, I just couldn't even imagine the detail on his face. It just looks like a photograph, to be honest. And I don't know what the heck Ronald Shepard has been doing, but he had such an amazing set of pieces in this month's sketchbook. But I just remember Clint Eastwood. I grew up with Dirty Harry in particular, but I didn't see any Dirty Harry images in the sketchbook, so I had to go for the next best, which was The Man with No Name in here. And I do not know who Scott Rory is. I had never heard of him before. Then, of course, I clicked his name and I found like 50 pieces all owned by Ronald Shepard, by him. So I don't know, at least he's kept him busy, but I don't know what else he's done. But just gorgeous piece, and hard to believe is not a photograph when you look at that top panel there.
Yeah, no, it's done really, really well. Really, really well. So, all right, Clint Eastwood. What's your favorite Clint Eastwood movie?
I'll go for the Dirty Harry movies, and I don't know which one of those I pick.
Yeah, mine, Outlaw Josie Wales. That's what I grew up in. So Peter almost picked it as well. Okay, or Good, Bad, and the Ugly, right? But Outlaw Josie Wales is the one I remember growing up on. All right, final piece of the night. What do we got here?
All right.
Before
I say anything about this piece, people have not been listening. People have subscribed during the show.
Oh.
Bill sent us a message. We're up to 4,999.
Shit.
Do not subscribe. If you're that 5,000 subscriber tonight and we find out who you are in serious trouble.
I think, honestly, I'm just going to cut it now. Bill's going to end the stream.
What's going to be worse is if somebody subscribes between this show and the next show, and it doesn't even happen live.
Oh, well, that's fine, right? That way he can make the announcement. So that's all right. 5,000 subscribers. Do you get like a YouTube wrench or something? I mean, do you get anything cool for that? I don't know. But speaking of things that are cool, tell us about this one.
Well, I mean, this, I think, is another great example of, comic books and television working together in harmony. We have the VHS cover from the X-Men animated series by Ty Templeton from the collection of X-Men collector extraordinaire Jason D'Ambrosio. And I think this is a great example where, we have a cartoon that was very clearly, took its actual storylines in some instances, straight from the comic book. And in turn, I think there are quite a few people out there, just like we talked about Star Wars and Transformers comics before, who this cartoon was their introduction to the X-Men, which led them to then buy and become, X-Men comic book collectors. On top of that, I think, I love the cover design. You have the Sinister looking, aptly named Mr. Sinister front and center, which with different scenes behind him. Ty Templeton, I think, is probably best known for his comic book work on the Batman animated series books, but he shows his talent for adapting the animated style. It's on full display here. When Jason first posted this, I thought it was great. I was happy to see it in the sketchbook, so we can gaze upon it again here.
Oh no, I was completely jealous. That's for damn sure. So I got introduced to the X-Men on Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, but my love from the X-Men came from the cartoon. And honestly, it's probably the reason why I'm completely broken this hobby. Stick with that damn cartoon. So there's a little bit of love-hate relationship there, but yeah, awesome piece, man. Awesome piece. All right. End of round 4. We're moving along pretty good. Let me go over here and let's get the voting in. This is a tough round. This one's a tough. That the Wonder Woman sketch card. That's immediately where my eyes go toward up. They go up to the faces, and it's gorgeous. X-Men, of course, is a love of mine. Clint Eastwood kind of takes the theme head on, and Supergirl's kicking a dude in the junk. I mean, how can you not like that? and she's just flying back too. So, what do you guys got? Any? This is round 4. We got to bring out the closing statements.
This is the first round that I'm not voting for myself. If that's any indication, that Wonder Woman's definitely the winner for me.
Wow. Some strategery with Alberto. Peter, what do you think? Hold up, finger 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do you like? He voted for the X-Men. X-Men's number 2. I'm just kidding. All right. Both correct. Theme songs running through your heads now. There you go. Does Wonder Woman have a theme song?
Oh. If you don't know what it is, James, you got to look on YouTube from the 1970s Wonder Woman TV show. It has one of the best opening theme songs ever.
Okay. That's a deal. I'll have to look that one
up. That being said, vote X-Men.
Uh-oh, we got another X-Men. Oh, no, you picked that one.
Yeah, that's mine.
All right, the final round. Should we call it? Peter, you want to count us down from 5? 1. We're counting up. 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have to click it again. There you go. Oh, so close. Freeze frame. So close. Wait. I think we'll let people vote for another 20 seconds. What do you think?
I think we're good.
Set a precedent in the first round with that 33-32.
Yeah. 38-35. Anyone want to change? No, we'll call it. All right, we got our 4 rounds. So real quick, I'm going to do my 3 host picks. So these are pieces that the panel didn't pick that I thought were absolutely gorgeous. The first one is this Primal piece by Daniel Warren Johnson. I'm a huge Daniel Warren Johnson fan. I just think his perspectives and a lot of the content is fantastic. So Primal was by the Jendi Tartakovsky. I'm going to butcher that, but the guy who did Samurai Jack. It was a really cool cartoon where no one spoke throughout the entire cartoon. One thing I thought that was interesting about this piece and his take on Primal is Primal's an extremely brutal show. Daniel Warren Johnson's an extremely, he depicts brutality quite a bit in his art, but he didn't touch it on this one. Opportunity to maximize blood and guts and be part of the theme, but he kept it pretty stoic. So I don't know if that was done on purpose, but it is kind of, going around the expectations. So I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see. This is just an excuse to have Bud Root art. I'll let this one kind of linger. But, this one would almost fit last week's non-traditional team-ups. It's Starfire attacking the gremlin from that Twilight Zone skit.
It's so good.
I mean, how random is that? But there you go. So, I like Bud Root's lines and curves. We'll leave it at that. And my third one, this just kind of caught me when I was scrolling. I thought it was gorgeous. I thought the colors were beautiful. The composition almost, it's Wednesday Addams and Addams Family, but it's almost like it could belong, in Sandman, right? With kind of the trippy nature. So anyway, it's just a piece that, I came across that I thought should be highlighted because I thought it was gorgeous.
Yeah, when that popped up for 1 second, I actually thought it was Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. With a hand on our shoulder. But
yes,
I think that's where she probably took inspiration from. So really cool piece. Okay, so I'm gonna go. How this works now is we're under intermission. I'm gonna go create the final round. What I want from you guys, and Peter can share silently in the background. Just kind of talk to me about your favorite comic movies. Of course, you can talk about Marvel, DC. I love Dread. We got old school with some Ninja Turtles. what movies do you remember? What movies we're fond of? And talk a little bit about people are saying there's a lot of superhero movie fatigue, and you've seen box office returns kind of reflect a little bit of that, especially with the DC universe. So I'll let Alberto kick us off. I'll mute out and I'll create this final round for us.
Yeah, I think that top right image just doesn't belong here, and I'm pretty sure that nobody's gonna pick any of the DC movies in here. I hope, although now I've set myself up for a fight. But I think to me, the favorite comic movies were definitely the early MCU movies. I think Iron Man, Captain America, and the original Avengers were to me the ones that brought the excitement. And I do feel like lately Marvel's trying to grasp for straws a little bit with some of the movies, and even my son has no desire to watch the Marvels or some of the other stuff that's upcoming. But to me, that original trilogy of the first Captain America, the first Iron Man, and the first Avengers are the best superhero movies for me.
Yeah, early MCU was great. I mean, for me, it's the Batman movies, and I mean both 1989 with Michael Keaton and the Christopher Nolan trilogy. I mean, any of us who were comic book superhero fans in 1989 will remember the Batman Mania, which I loved. It was awesome. I don't think there's ever been a time in pop culture where a superhero has captured the public's attention quite the way that 1989 Tim Burton Batman movie did. And the movie was good, but the Nolan trilogy, I think there's just a high watermark that I personally don't know will ever be exceeded. Those movies were just phenomenal. The acting, the stories. I could watch those. Yeah, anytime it's on TV, if I'm switching the channels, I'll stop whatever else I'm doing to watch those.
And just a quick note before we move on to the next one, we hit that 5,000 mark.
Yeah.
So you ruined that.
He's in trouble. Do we bring James? You're on mute.
Bill, come on the show. Log in if you're watching. I'll text you. You need to bask in your glory for hitting 5,000 subs. So just jump on here, whatever. So let me go back to muting, and you guys talk about movies, and hope Bill interrupts us. But congratulations, comic book fans.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Marcus, I loved Batman Forever. I thought it was great. I don't know if too many other people feel that way, but I actually really liked Batman Forever.
Is that the Bat Nipple one?
No, that was the one after that.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Batman Forever was the one with Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah. Two-Face, yeah. My favorite comic book movie is Two Guns, and 30 Days and Nights right behind it. But if we're talking superheroes, MCU, I got to go with Captain America 2. As much as I love the Matt Salinger poop sandwich with the Italian Red Skull, I got to go with Cap 2. So,
did you ever actually make it all the way through the Salinger one?
You know what? Only in chunks. So, like, I've never watched it from start to finish. No, I can't.
I remember years ago I was babysitting my cousins, and somehow we had a copy of that, and we just could not make it through.
It's bad. I mean, let me put it this way: if you watch the Fawcett serial Captain Marvel movies from the 40s, they're better than that. Like they're violently hilarious, whereas the Captain America one just kind of it's tough to watch.
Yeah, it doesn't fall into this so bad it's good. It's just bad.
Correct.
In terms of comic book movies, if we're talking outside superhero stuff, one of my favorites, if not favorite, is the Scott Pilgrim movie. I thought that was incredibly underrated. I thought they really did a nice job, adapting the graphic novels. And I'm looking forward. I know Netflix has an animated series coming up with where the voice cast is the movie cast.
Oh, nice.
But
I'll agree with source material. The comparison is very tight with those between the comic and the movie. I agree.
Yeah, I wish that had done better. But I guess it did well enough that it's, that Netflix greenlit the animated show. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yep. So I'm done.
Yeah, Marcus,
around.
Road to Perdition was a big one too, in terms of non-superhero stuff. Definitely.
It's a good call from Peter. 300 perdition.
I was like, Peter, you're talking too much. So I'm done. Give me 20 seconds. I'm going to try to call Bill, see if I can bring him on here real quick. If not, then we'll continue.
Okay.
So what's the worst comic book movie you remember watching? We'll start with that.
I already said it. And the Roger Corman Fantastic Four is close, but I don't think that was ever released. So
No, yeah, it wasn't.
Goodness gracious.
Catwoman was really bad
I forgot
with
about
Halle
that.
Berry.
Yes.
Although I proudly own a page of original art from the comic book adaptation of it. And actually, the art's nice. It's Tom Derenick, but the movie itself was terrible. Elektra, I fell asleep watching that.
I think David Hasselhoff, Nick Fury one was probably the worst I can think of.
I never actually saw it, but and just like I never saw the Generation X Fox TV movie that they also did. I don't know if that was any good. It seems to be lost to time.
What about a guilty pleasure? Like me, I love the Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie as a kid. Anyways, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I liked that movie as a kid. So technically, it's a bad movie, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I what was it? In terms of everyone, people being upset that he didn't have the costume, and it's like, oh, but he has a knife with a skull on it or something like that. Was how Marvel tried to spin it.
Yeah, that was questionable. I don't understand that.
All right. Well, thank you guys for filling the time. You did pretty good. I know it's tough, especially with no audience feedback, but we're ready for our championship round. I did get a hold of Bill. He will interrupt us to get his kudos as soon as he jumps on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the championship round. I think it was a pretty even mix, right? We've got Alberto, Michael, Alberto, and Michael. Oh, well, shit.
Even Alberto.
Sorry, Sean.
I'm never doing this show again.
I know. And Peter was so eloquent with his descriptions. I can't believe nothing got picked. So, all right. So it's the Alberto versus Michael show, and Sean and Peter with your growls or screams or smiles, you can join in, but. I guess each of you have two. So which horse in the race are you going to go with, Alberto?
Yeah, first I'll say, Sean, don't feel bad. I think the first show that I did for a sketchbook, Larry Tunn won like 3 of the top 4. And that was pretty bold.
Hold on. It's pause time. We got to get some kudos. Mr.
Congratulations, guys.
Wait, 5,000 comic art fans subscribe.
Who was the 5,000th subscriber tonight?
I don't know, but whoever it is, you're canceling their comic art fans account.
I am. Somebody, everybody who's in this chat right now needs to unsubscribe for the evening. But
don't thumbs down us though. At least just keep the likes up there. But
no, congratulations to us all. Hey, this is a group effort. It's not certainly it's the channel, but everybody here who's been hanging out with us for the last 3.5 years has made all this possible. So it's because of all you that we got here. Let's hope the next 5,000 are equally as enjoyable for us all.
Yeah, I will tell you the thing that I've always noticed. 5,000 subscribers is fantastic. Even if it was 500, 1,000, 2,000 to go, there are channels that have significantly more subscribers that don't have the concurrent views during a live broadcast that you do. So that part's been always impressive. Hundreds, 200s. Everyone's watching Monday Night Football tonight, so we'll keep there. But in general, though, a lot of you see 15, 20s, and they've got thousands of subscribers. So that's just audience engagement, and I always thought that was impressive.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
think
not
it was
easy.
a David McIsaac, and I don't know if he's related to Michael, that claimed to be the 5,000
If he did
subscriber.
that.
Way to go, Michael. So you got your cousin to come in and
That's my brother.
Dude, boo this man. Boo this man.
that's
So-
all right. Hey, I was sending you guys screenshots in the Facebook chat. I saw when it happened. I put 5,000 out there for you guys. I was
Hey, we legitimately were like, don't subscribe, don't do it. And I think it's one of those things where, we have an audience of deviants. So if we tell them not to do something, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Exactly, but that's okay. I mean, hey, again, it was bound to happen one way or another. But again, it's a team effort for us to get to this point. It really is. And I don't know, I'm no kayfabe. They definitely have but we have our niche, right? We definitely do. So, and it's not easy. But you ask Nick. I mean, Nick, it took him forever to get to 1,000 too. I mean, and now he's Russian bots. There are probably those out there who do use Russian bots and Russian brides, but not us, unfortunately.
Well, I'll tell you, since you're on here and we're in the final round, here's our 4 finalists, Bill. What do you think? We got a Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein. We've got a Darth Vader versus Luke Star Wars. We got Audrey Hepburn, and we've got I don't know. I don't even know who those characters are on that 4th one. But what's your pick, Bill?
Oh, that's kind of tough. I guess I would probably go with the Wrightson, but I do like that's Infantino, right? In the Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd probably lean towards the Infantino just because. Why not, right?
All right, Bill, congratulations. You can leave now. We don't need you part of this show
I guess
anymore.
I know whose artwork that was. But all right, guys. Well, listen, congratulations, everybody. Thanks, James, for hosting our 5,000 subscriber episode and everybody for participating in it. But yes, I'll go back to lurker mode and watch.
I mean, we're almost done, man. Unless you got to go. You got to bounce?
I'm actually doing work. I hate to say it. Yeah, sadly. But yeah, no. Enjoy the rest of the show. And thanks, guys, as always.
Congrats, buddy.
Congratulations, Bill.
Congratulations.
All right. Well, final round, man. Final round. Let's jump on here. We're at the end. We've got the 4 final pieces. We've got 39 people watching. We've got seven people now currently voting. Let's get in there. Let's make this round strong. Sean, what's your pick?
I got to go with the VHS cover. I like the fact that it's tied to an actual production piece that was used to market a TV program. So it's a toss up between the panel page that was used in the comic book, but I got to go with I'm going to go with the VHS cover.
It is kind of meta because, it's about a show and it was actually physical media that produced a movie or TV show.
Well said. Plus, Frankenstein is spelled wrong, so that bothers like the grammar police inside of me.
Jeez.
Take it.
You're sabotaging me, James. You're sabotaging.
I'm like multitasking and stuff.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Valburga.
So, all right, 20. Can we get 5? Where's the championship round? Let's get 5 more people to throw in that vote. Listen, I got a really cool 5-question quiz after this. It's not, how many pieces of art on calf this time. We're gonna flex a little bit of your comic book knowledge. So let's knock out these last couple. We need 2 more votes, man. And if the audience, Peter, Sean, if you haven't logged in, make sure you get your votes in. And I'm going to look at the questions on Slido so I can hate myself. Let's see.
I mean, nobody knows what VHS is anyway, so I think that piece should just be disqualified at this point.
VHS. You're a Betamax guy, Alberto? You're a Betamax guy?
I was a Laserdisc kind of guy.
Laserdisc.
Explaining to my 9-year-olds what VHS was like 2 days ago. I don't even remember how it came up, but I was explaining it to them. You can only record between 2 and 6 hours, depending on.
We used to watch movies on tape. What? All right, you ready to call it? Count us down, Peter. Count us down. All right, we'll call it. And the winner is, come on. I need to go. There you go. Oh, Frankenstein. You know,
Sorry, Jason, I tried.
I know our audience is too sophisticated. They like the masters, man. They like the masters. So, well, congratulations to Frankenstein, whoever posted it, and thank you everyone for submitting this week, for taking the time, for being on the show. We appreciate it, especially on a Monday night. So we do have that we do have that quiz that we're going to go ahead and knock out against first shirt. I'm giving away all of Bill's shirts. I think I'm buying a couple of them too. So this one, as soon as we can get over there. There you go. We're going to join a quiz. It should already load in your app. Let me just make sure I'm in the app. Oh, put your name. So I'm gonna. Oh, by the way, if you're on the panel, you can't win because due to the time delay, you can play, but due to the time delay, you will you'll have an advantage. So anyone on the panel can't win. Anyway, just make sure you hit up Bill or you hit up myself. I'm pretty sure you should have been connected on the shirt. But one of the things I want to do is make sure we don't promise anything and not deliver. So either hit me up personally, hit up Bill. I just want to make sure you got it from last month. 17. Sooner Boomer. Oh, that's not me. Any more? We're going to get to 20. Want two more? Two more? I promise these are going to be interesting questions, especially if you know your comic knowledge. So, all right, Alberto, thanks for jumping on. Any more names? Tariq. All right, we're at 20. We're going to count at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Question number 1. What year did X-Men 1 come out?
Did Jason put you up for these questions, James?
Yeah, they're all X-Men questions. No, they're not. Absolutely not. What year did X-Men 1 come out? Since we're about 15 seconds in, what do you guys think? Alberto?
I am not answering any questions, just to...
Sean?
1990, I think.
I like that answer. 91 is when Jim Lee, X-Men 1.
Yeah,
but
91, my bad.
Yeah. Michael?
63.
Do you know?
Yeah.
63? Let's see what the answer. Oh, most people said 63. Let's see who's right. 1963. All right. Who did it the quickest? Mikhail, 6 seconds. Man, he's quicker than the time delay. He's not on part of the audience now. No? That's damn fast. All right. But again, it refreshes on your app too. So you can see it at the exact same time we do if you're looking at the app. So we're going to go to question number 2. I'm going to pause. That way you can see it as we go to the app. Question number 2. What comic is the first appearance of Wonder Woman? Any Wonder Woman fans from our panel? Peter, do you know this one? You do? Hold up a number. 118 or 22? What do you think, Alberto?
Honestly, no clue. I'm going to guess it's not Wonder Woman 1 because that would be the obvious question, the answer,
Okay.
but no.
Wonder Woman 1. Oh, we got an easy. Oh, people know this. Okay. Sensational Comics number 1 got a bunch of votes. All-Star Comics number 8. Let's see how our audience is. All-Star Comics number 8. Good job. Check the leaderboard. Timothy. Oh, Mikhail might have missed that one. Let's see.
Derek twice in a row is second.
Oh, yeah. Derek can breathe this stuff in his sleep. Oh, he's tied, though. Technically, he's tied with Timothy. So, question number 3. You guys ready? Another first appearance question. What issue is the first appearance of Dr. Octopus? I wanted to make sure I got one Marvel and one DC from a first appearance perspective. So Doc, one of Spider-Man's oldest villains, maybe his oldest? Maybe? Any guesses from the panel?
Gonna guess 3.
3?
Yeah.
What do you think, Sean? 3?
This is the first one I'm actually not sure. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. I know 4 is Sandman, so I can't remember if it's 2 or 3.
What do you think,
It's definitely
Michael?
not. It's definitely not Amazing Fantasy 15 or ASM 1.
I think it's number 3 also, and I think the oldest villain is the guy who killed Uncle Ben.
Oh, it was just misunderstood. All right. What do we got? Oh, man, this one was easy. Was it? We got some Amazing Fantasy 15s. Yeah, it was an ASM number 3.
I'm a genius.
All right. Good job. All right, leader. Timothy's on there. Derek, Thomas, Rick, Kazra. Did you a little slower on that one, Derek? I figured you spit that one out.
You got some
All right.
smart fans up in here, man.
Yeah. This next one. Which artist created the original Green Lantern? Any guesses? Peter? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I can't see your hand. 1. All right, Alberto?
I have no idea about anything DC, and I have no idea who Martin Nodell is, so I'm gonna vote for him.
I don't either. Michael?
Well, first off, I don't think Bob Kane created anything, and Martin Nodell.
All right, who took credit for him? So, all right, we're gonna call this one.
Didn't he also create the Pillsbury Doughboy?
Yeah.
Is Hostess Cupcakes?
I think so.
19 votes. Anyone else want to get in there? We're gonna call it in 3, 2. Oh, a lot of people didn't know who he was. A lot of people guessed right. Martin Nodell. All right, Timothy with the fast finger. Derek's back. Final question. Man, I should have done a double or nothing on this one. And you can do that, so it's worth double points. Final one, 5 of 5. We've got, ready? Which of these artists will not be at OAX? Yes, it's a shameless plug. You're welcome, Kazra. But we're on Bill's show for the 5,000 subscribers. So Adam Kubert, Simon Bianchi. Somebody told me I pronounce names horribly. Jose Garcia, Lopez, Mannix, Matt Wagner, or they'll all be there. And this might be a trick question, guys. You know, a lot of people go to the default all the above. I might know people go to the default all the above. I might know which artist will not be there. Or I might be just talking a bunch of bullshit. Any guesses from the panel?
Yeah, we're calling BS on you, James.
What the hell?
Uh-oh.
All right. No, we will have this last question, damn it. Hold on. Did it not show up correctly? Yes. All right. Let's try this one again. Apologize, guys. Let's get the votes in. I know, John. I know. I do a lot, man. This is an involved process. There's a lot of moving parts. $14, $15. We'll stop around $20. We kind of all know the answer. Simon, I don't know what happened with this one. We'll give it to Tim. Oh, that's why I didn't scroll down. Oh, shit, because this had more answers. So, yeah, that makes sense now. Sorry, Kazra, you didn't Timothy Guerrero won because that was my bad. I didn't scroll down. But you kind of get the thing. Yes, all those artists will be there and many more. So this show, less than an hour and a half. Usually we try to get around an hour, but I hope you guys had fun. So the theme that's currently going on for this month is robots and cyborgs. It's off to a pretty rocking start. So get your pages in there. And also, man, if you want to be part of the panel, hit me up. We can get these things set up. We try to keep it short and tight and on a good time frame. So Alberto, Sean, Michael, any closing words?
I'll say, please volunteer to be on the panel. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with people like us again. So.
Fully agree.
And I thank my repeat guests. Peter, any pantomimes to send us off? You were fantastic, dude. You were fantastic. I appreciate it. All right. Well, congratulations to Bill again for getting the 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for joining the show. Hope you had fun, and we will do it next month. All right. Adios.
Bye, everyone.